An herbivorous dinosaur actually knocked out a carnivore's tooth, and this incredible revenge was 10 years in the making. When Paichi was just a hatchling, he watched helplessly as his father was torn apart by Gorgosaurus in a pool of blood. In his memory, his father had been the invincible leader of the Pachyrhinosaurus herd, never knowing defeat. Yet against these cold-blooded predators, he seemed utterly powerless. That scene burned itself into young Paichi's mind, leaving a scar that would never heal. When he returned to his herd, they were immediately surrounded by Gorgosaurus again. Despite their massive numbers, the Pachyrhinosaurus were paralyzed by fear, unable to muster the courage to fight back. Step by step, they were driven toward the raging river. Behind them lurked vicious predators. Ahead lay the treacherous waters. The herd had no choice but to make a desperate leap. But this was exactly what the hunters had planned. They used the chaos to separate the old, weak, and young from the group. Young Paichi found himself among the isolated and vulnerable. These defenseless Pachyrhinosaurs had virtually no chance of fighting back. In the stampede, Paichi tumbled into the river, but this accident actually saved his life. 10 years later, Paichi had grown into a massive, powerful beast. Fate brought him face to face with his childhood nemesis once again. The instinctive terror still gripped him, but watching his companions under attack, he refused to remain helpless like before. The rage deep within him erupted completely. This time, he didn't run. Instead, he stood tall to face the challenge head-on, his eyes blazing with determination and deadly intent. Paichi rallied his herd and sounded the charge for their counterattack. Though Pachyrhinosaurus normally only ate plants, when pushed to their limits, their strength and explosive power were nothing to scoff at. They launched one devastating charge after another, forcing the predators into a steady retreat. But the Gorgosaurus didn't panic. They quickly zeroed in on Paichi, knowing that once they brought down the leader, the herd's fighting spirit would crumble. Paichi found himself under intense pressure, but he had a secret weapon nobody knew about, the unique hollow structure on his head. Just then, the Gorgosaurus carelessly stuck its claw inside the opening. Paichi instantly clamped down with tremendous force, snapping the predator's arm clean off. While his enemy howled in agony, he unleashed a series of brutal attacks, actually knocking out the carnivore's teeth with his strikes. Badly wounded, the Gorgosaurus didn't dare continue the fight. Though frustration was written all over its face, it recognized the reality of the situation and reluctantly retreated. Paichi had led his herd to victory through courage and strength, earning his place as their new leader. Finally, he guided his people on a new migration toward a safer homeland. Follow me for more exciting content coming soon.